Hello, everybody. It's Teresa Shaver here from the Business Advisory Centre Durham, and today I'm really excited to have Julie Kobrynovich with us, physiotherapist and owner of Fundamentals Physio. I love having our local businesses and clients with us for these talks because you get to know who they are, you get to learn a little bit about them, and right at this time when we're doing this interview, we're learning about Julie's story and how she's adapted and pivoted her business model, providing physiotherapy and other wellness services during COVID-19. So Julie, welcome.
Thank you very much, Teresa. I'm glad to be here.
Fundamentals Physiotherapy are located in Oshawa at the Taunton and Wilson Sobeys Plaza, so they're right there. And I believe you're open right now for some services. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that, Julie?
Hi, Teresa. Yes, so at the current moment, we are open for emergency cases only, which would be your acute low backs, post-op patients. However, we have had to pivot our care into a different service as of right now.
Have you? Excellent. I'd love to hear more about that. I started seeing that you were doing some stuff on Facebook. I'd love to tell people a little bit about that for a number of reasons. One, many of us are stuck at home. We're working at home in environments where the chair is maybe not comfortable. Two of my staff members, in fact, are working at their kitchen tables. And I'm like, that can't be healthy for you all day long. And, I thought it would be interesting so people can hear how you can help them and also just how you've adapted your business model so that you can still operate. Because of course, you've been running a fairly big practice with overhead and expenses. And this is a way for you to still bring money into the business.
Yes, when we were mandated to close, we kind of had to shift our mindset, knowing that the Durham community still needed to have care. So we kind of made a pivot and transitioned into online physiotherapy to allow access to assessments as well as treatments to help our clients in the comfort of their own home, where we're all at home right now, or if they are still working, in their workplace as well.
Right. I love that a lot of people think that they're stuck at home, but I prefer to think like I'm safe at home.
100%. And we're still able to provide good quality care to those individuals at home.
So tell me a little bit about it. Like, how has the transition been for you to move from someone who's always been a hands-on physiotherapist with the person in front of you to now doing it through Zoom?
It's actually been very eye-opening. When we're taking a virtual consultation and we're doing that assessment, we really have to look at the patient as a whole and their client-centered or their patient-centered goals, looking from top to bottom and assessing how they're moving with respect to a variety of different things, including their flexibility. How well are their muscles moving, as well as their mobility? So how good are their joints moving? And then once we kind of take a look at that, we're able to decipher, okay, are they strong? Do they have good strength? Do they have good stability? So it's actually been very eye-opening and a great experience.
That's very cool. I actually watched one of your videos on Facebook where you were explaining what the process of physiotherapy was. And I must tell you that I've never heard someone explain it that way before. And I've been to a number of physiotherapists in my past. So I really felt like I connected with you and the reason and the way that you were doing it. In fact, I'm going to book an appointment with you because from working from home, I have a very sore back. I don't know why, but there's something going on.
Yeah, the video that I'm sure you probably watched, we were discussing basically what physio is. There's a variety of different healthcare professionals out there that we specifically work with. There's massage therapy, there's chiropractor. And I always say and explain to patients that massage therapy is the profession where they're working with your muscles. They're trying to loosen something that's tight, lengthen something that's not moving properly. And then you have
Right.
our chiropractors that we work alongside of. And they're dealing specifically more with spinal and joints that are stiff, trying to loosen up those stiff joints. But physio, in conjunct with those two professions, what we're looking at is, why are those things occurring? Why are you stiff? Why is your joint locked? Because
Right.
if we can decipher why that's occurring, we're going to be able to get to the root of the problem so that symptom does not come back again.
Right, that makes sense. Then you can help people, right? So
Exactly.
how have you found it? Has it been a bit of a challenge to like move into this virtual reality mode?
Not being too tech savvy, I would say on that aspect, yes. But we really enjoyed kind of making that transition and being able to reach individuals that perhaps we may not have reached before because, maybe they weren't able to travel to a clinic and get to a clinic. Or perhaps we had like the working mom who works all day and then she comes home and she takes care of the kids, or the dad that works all day and comes home and takes care of the kids, and they just don't have time.
Right.
So convenience, flexibility, and accessibility for our online service has been beneficial to a variety of people in the community.
That's amazing. And now people are at home, and I think they're probably doing a lot less activity, and they could really benefit from keeping that up somehow.
Yeah, we're trying to encourage people to stay active and keep moving right now.
Yeah, very true. What's the process, Julie, for us to book an appointment with you?
So it's easy to book an appointment with us. You can easily call the clinic or you can go on our website and fill out our contact form. Once we are in contact with you, we'll book an actual appointment depending on your availability. Once you are booked, you're going to receive 2 emails. One's an instructional email. So anybody who's not tech savvy, it basically breaks down the steps on how to get online with us. And then the second email is using our actual virtual or online platform. So anybody is able to do it because it's basically broken down step by step, and you can use an iPhone, you can use a tablet, you can use your laptop, you can use your iPad, pretty much anything that has an audio as well as a visual input.
Okay, cool. And then how do you actually conduct the appointment? What web conferencing do you use?
So our clinic here at Fundamentals Physio, we have a contract with a physio platform called Embodia, and Embodia has purchased the healthcare version of Zoom. And when I say healthcare version, it's basically an upgraded version of Zoom that ensures the compliancy with our legislations with respect to privacy and confidentiality. So PIPEDA and HIPAA compliant to ensure that everything's encrypted and that patients' information is safe.
Very good. I think that's important for people to feel that someone's not going to come and bomb their call.
Yes.
So if people have insurance coverage, is these virtual appointments covered by insurance?
So we have spoken with the insurance companies, and I would say about 99% of the extended health care providers are covering the virtual visits, as well as some telehealth visits over the phone or via email if people don't have access to the virtual aspect.
Right. That's very cool. That means there's no reason why we couldn't have help, right?
Exactly.
That's awesome. So how else, what else have you done to change your services and how to help your customers during this pandemic time?
We have branched out and kind of went into social media a bit more than we did prior to the pandemic. Now we've taken the opportunity to do a couple of workshops on Facebook. If you check out our Facebook page, we do weekly workshops on a variety of different topics.
Right.
Whether it be working from home, which we're all doing right now,
yes.
Whether it be neck-related pain, we did a mobility session, and we have a couple of upcoming ones as well.
Okay, tell me about what those are.
So our workshops are basically an education-based workshop where we are providing patients with the education to why they have symptoms. So as an example, last night we did a workshop on neck-related pain, and what I emphasized is teaching our community how their neck moves and why their neck moves and why they get pain, so that when they do or when they are susceptible to that issue from now on, they know, hey, this could possibly be going on. Maybe I should see a physio and see if they're able to help me.
Right. I think that's very beneficial. I mean, I know for me, I often, have aches and pains here, and I don't always know, and it's just better if a physiotherapist was telling me how and why it happens, and then, how to work with it. So I like the idea of you having more of a social media presence. Now, honestly, you probably wouldn't have had the time to do that if you were flat out running your physio practice, right?
Yes. Before, we did a little bit of social media here and there, a little bit on Instagram, a little bit on Facebook, but with this big change and shift in everything, we have definitely increased the amount of time that we're spending on social media, and we're seeing some success with it. We're getting a lot of people communicating with us and reaching out and commenting on things that we've done and asking for help.
That's wonderful. I love that idea. And I think there's more opportunity in that field for you to even grow more with your business, because it's the future. Do you think you're going to keep this as part of your business model when you go forward?
100%, definitely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and we have a lot of other ideas with what we can do and how we can branch off into this in the next couple months.
That's very cool. I was speaking to a client of mine, and he gave the suggestion of, if you can't teach, you can't maybe do virtual massage, but you could teach couples to help each other with whatever their sore points are. And then so you could instruct them as to how to do it. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's definitely, we even teach people how to do a self trigger point release using different tools that they have in their home, tennis balls, soup cans, yes, your dough rollers, anything around the house. We can always find something to help.
That's very cool. I look forward to it. I look forward to hearing more, and I really wish you a lot of success, and that, you know, we all make it through this time. I love that you're staying positive. I know it's tough. You have, you know, a lot of overhead and a big business, but we'll all come through this and come out the other side. And I really hope that it makes a big difference for your business, having this online virtual model in right next to others. I think there's room for these kinds of workshops or these kinds of virtual learning that people can learn and get service in a different way, in a convenient way.
Definitely, 100%. If we can make it through this, we can make it through anything.
That's so true. I agree. Julie, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to sharing this information with our clients and people out there in our local community. And I really thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Teresa. We appreciate it as well.
Thank you.